I'm Tina.
I'm Ross.
And today we have a selection of international cheeses from Whole Foods Market. And during this time of year, they have what's called the 12 Days of Cheese. And in past years, what they've done is they've had a different cheese for 50% off each day of the week. So there's a different cheese for each day of the 12 days, and you had to go in that particular day and get your cheese 50% off. This time they did a little bit different. They only gave you 30% off, but you can come in any of the 12 days and get any of the cheeses for 30% off. So I took advantage of that and picked up 3 of the 12. I would have loved to sample all 12, but it's a lot of cheese to sample. And some are actually ones that we're already familiar with. If you haven't seen our sampling of American cheeses, I'll make a link right up there because some of the dairies were featured there, like Humboldt Fog was one of the featured cheeses, and Rogue Creamery is in there as well, Cowgirl Creamery. So a lot of the really great American dairies and creameries are represented. So I'd say probably about half were from American creameries and half were international. So we picked up some international ones. So we have one from France, one from Italy, and one from England. So we are going to give these a try. And if you like to take advantage of the Whole Foods 12 Days of Cheese, besides 30% off, if you are a Prime member, they give you an extra 10% off because they're on sale. So you do get to save about 40%. So that's not a bad deal.
No.
So I think first we're going to dive into the cheese from Italy, which is this one right here on the end. And this is a water buffalo cheese. So this is a little bit different. It's called Guadrilla de Buffalo. And the only buffalo milk cheese I think I've had is Mozzarella di Bufala, which I think you've also sampled.
Yes, I recall that.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to give this one a try. So this one is a washed rind cheese, so it might be a little bit stinky, but let's go ahead and give that a sample. I don't know if you want to try just a little piece of the cheese first and then have it on some bread.
Sure, why not? Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me turn it around this way. Make it a little easier.
So texture-wise, it's definitely not an ooey gooey, but it's...
Yeah, it's definitely soft and a little sticky.
Very light flavor.
It is light. Yeah, not too strong.
I like
It doesn't even smell too bad for... sometimes the washed rind cheeses, like you noted on one of our other videos, kind of smells like the stinky sock smell.
Yeah, you've had some cheeses that smell very barnyardy.
Yeah.
And this one we just tried is not one of them.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to sample a little bit on some bread.
Okay, now I'm starting to smell it more. Okay.
I don't smell this one. You sure you're not smelling one of the other cheeses?
Maybe that's it.
As far as what they have to say about this one, it says that it's slightly sweet with refreshing grassiness and balanced saltiness. And it says that it mentions the pink color that it gets on the rind sometimes, and that happens a lot with the washed rind cheeses. You get that pinkish color.
Yeah,
you can see on the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Very tasty.
And I got a bit of the rind. It's a little bit gritty on the rind there. A little bit more flavor.
Was it what you were expecting?
I had no idea what to expect, actually, because the only water buffalo cheese I've tasted is the mozzarella, which I really do enjoy. I mean, mozzarella is a pretty light cheese, but it has more flavor with the water buffalo milk, I think, compared to the very kind of rubbery, plasticky mozzarella we get here.
Some people might like that.
So next up, let's see if I can pronounce this one properly. It's Agoraso Irati. This is from France, and it's a PDO, so it has a protected designation of origin. So it has to be produced in a certain area, and this is produced in the Basque region of France. And it's a sheep's milk cheese. So we have water buffalo, sheep. We're getting all kinds of different milks here. And this one was actually one of the World Cheese Award winners a couple different years. So I'm looking forward to trying this one. I don't think I've tried this one before that I recall.
Thank
There you go.
Thanks. Now what you're looking at, I believe actually does have some pairing information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Whole Foods website, they tell you each of the cheeses that are available for the 12 days of cheese, and it also gives you pairings, it gives you descriptions. So it'll tell you, what kind of crackers, what kind of spreads, what kind of wine and beer to pair it with. So does come in handy.
I think it definitely has more flavor than the buffalo milk cheese, but I like both, but that one definitely has, I think, more flavor.
Yeah, it seems a lot of times the sheep milk cheeses do have a little bit stronger flavor to them, but not real strong. This was described as smooth, semi-firm, buttery flavor with black olive and hazelnut finish.
Really not tasting the hazelnut, but that could be me. Would you like this?
Yeah, I'm not sure about hazelnut either. I could maybe get a little bit of black olive. Yeah, I'm never great at describing cheeses. I just know what I like and what I don't like. Some are stronger than others.
No.
Yeah, they come up with all these different flavors. Like you mentioned the hazelnut. I'm not sure I'm getting hazelnut. I could maybe kind of see olive. I don't know that I could come up with that on my own, but I could kind of see that now that I've tasted it.
Yeah. What do people who are not wine experts always say? Oh, it smells oaky.
Yeah.
Touch of cherry. Yeah.
I almost feel like you need some training to train your palate to recognize some of these flavors.
Yes.
All I know is that is a good one. Yeah, not too strong. I don't know that it says... I was kind of curious how long it was aged, and I don't see how long this one was aged. I feel like I've had other sheep cheeses that are a bit stronger in flavor than this one. But this one's very nice as well. Last up, we have Neal's Yard Dairy Keen's Cheddar. So this is from England. And it says that the King family has been making cheese since 1899. And it's a raw milk cheddar, so this is cow's milk. And they're kind of funny about raw milk over here in the States, but because it has been aged, I was trying to see exactly how long this was aged. All it said was it was aged at least 60 days, which I think is the minimum they have. That cheese needs to be aged if it's raw milk to be sold over here. That's my understanding anyway.
Yeah, I think at one point you were researching where you can get raw milk, and there was maybe like one or two stores.
Yeah, when I was going to make my own cheese, and I think you can, actually, I think in California you can sell raw milk, but I think it has a lot of regulations and it's pretty strict, so you can get it. Okay, so now we're going to try the cheddar. And we've tried cheddar many times, but I never get tired of cheddar. I love trying different cheddars. A lot of times they all have their own unique taste, so I look forward to trying this one.
Wow.
That has a nice sharpness to it. So now I'm kind of wondering where it is on that spectrum of, what we call sharp or extra sharp, but I believe in the UK they call mature, extra mature, vintage. I'm not sure exactly where this one is at on the spectrum, but it is pretty strong.
It has some kick to it.
Yeah, I like it though. It's really good.
That's very good.
Yeah. And something else we decided we wanted to try. In one of our previous cheese videos, people mentioned trying cheese on digestives, and we managed to find McVitie's digestives at our store. It was also mentioned to put a little butter on top and then add the cheese. So we're going to give that a try and see how it is.
Thank you. By the way, I like how you just happen to have these in order going from not so strong to strongest.
I was struggling with that. In fact, I think I was telling you beforehand, it's like, I don't know which order to try these in. I wasn't sure how strong this cheddar was. Sometimes the washer iron cheeses can be a little stronger, as well as sheep cheese. I had no idea, but it worked out really well.
It did.
So I have never really had butter with cheese.
No.
Sounds like a true fat bomb.
Yeah.
But I want to give it a try because people mention doing this, and
You remember?
I like to try out new things.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay.
Do you recall which video it was that someone commented? Like, that's what you have to do is put cheese and butter on the...
I think it was our British cheese video.
It was, okay.
Which we will be having another British cheese video coming out. And I'm not sure when I will get it edited, but we do have another one coming out that is just exclusively British cheeses.
So we went with the cheddar.
I was going to do it with the cheddar, yeah.
Yeah, for a moment I thought going to go with the softer, the first one we had, the firm.
Since it was our British viewers that told us about this, I thought we might as well do it with the British cheese, right?
Makes sense. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's pretty good. I wasn't sure what to expect because this is our first time trying these regular digestives. We tried the chocolate ones.
Mm-hmm.
But these are just the plain, and they do have a slight hint of sweetness to them.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure how that would be. I just took a little bit off the edge on its own just to see what it tastes like by itself.
Yeah. I think it goes well with it being that it's not an overly strong biscuit.
Yeah, they're still pretty plain. Like a lot of times, I'll use water crackers, like the Cars water crackers, especially with ones that you want to just spread on the cracker. Especially if they're lighter cheeses where you really want to taste that flavor and they're really delicate. It allows you to taste that flavor of the cheese and it doesn't get overpowered like by a seasoned cracker or something. And these are nice too because they are fairly plain.
Good suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah. Always fun to try new ways of eating. You know, we definitely have cheese on crackers, but we, you know, over here we don't generally have digestives, so something just a little bit different for us.
Or put butter on first. Butter with the cheese.
What did you think of our cheese selection?
I always feel at a slight disadvantage because you're more of the cheese expert than I am.
Not really. I just happen to like cheese and buy a lot of it.
But there's rarely been times where you have come home with, hey, I got this great new stinky cheese. No, thank. More for you.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite?
Everything we tried, I thought was, perfect for snacking anytime. What really sticks out to me is the strong taste of that cheddar.
The cheddar.
I mean, that is, if you like a sharp, really strong cheese, that's definitely the pick of the three of them. But each one had their own, I'd say, pros. That buffalo milk one, easy to spread, light taste. I liked each one. But what about you? What was your favorite?
Yeah, again, it's hard to pick a favorite out of these. I would say I like them all. For if I just want to go in and snack on something real quick, definitely a cheddar is a go-to. This one would be really good. I could see what a nice little snack is. Sometimes you just want a little something on your stomach, and pulling out a digestive and putting some cheddar on that would probably just be perfect to have, take the edge off the hunger. So yeah, cheddar is definitely one that I like to slice off anytime, and that is a very excellent tasting cheddar. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
The other two I definitely would like to see on a cheese plate. I enjoyed the buffalo milk one. That one's, as we mentioned, the milder one. I like its spreadability, and then there's a little bit more flavor to now if I can remember the name of that one, the Agoraso Irati. It's a hard one to say. So yeah, I like them all. It's just really hard. That's why I like having cheese plates where you can just sample several of them together. But
yes.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something that's just been bothering us for quite some time now? Cheese advent calendars. You know what? We've seen some other people review cheese advent calendars, and it really bothers us that we have not seen any around local to us.
Well, part of the problem now I realize is that we are not members of Costco. We saw a really good one that came out of Costco that I would have loved to have gotten my hands on, but we are not Costco members. It's just the two of us. We don't need to buy big in bulk food, so yeah, we don't want to pay for a Costco membership. But they did have a really nice looking advent calendar that had a lot of international cheeses and good sized cheeses, wedges of cheese. So that was something I definitely felt like I missed out on. So, hey, we just created our own with that Whole Foods 12 Days of Cheese. I mean, hey, we could have made our own 12-day advent calendar. Just picked up every single wedge of cheese there. Maybe next year. So if you like food reactions and food tastings, please consider subscribing to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.